In the entirety of my numerous difficulties and propensity changes and book composing and learning, I've seen one thing as the most effectively valuable to all development, learning and preparing. I consider it the rule of the edge. Here's the standard: practice at your edge more often than not. Furthermore, this standard is the thing that will assist you with becoming the most, after some time. I don't get my meaning by your edge. I mean going just to the edge of uneasiness, just to the edge of what is hard for you, what is pushing your limits a piece. In case you're rehearsing music, and you simply practice the scales constantly, after for a short time, doing the scales is unreasonably simple for you. You aren't learning particularly by just rehearsing melodic scales. Certainly, it's as yet a decent practice, yet you need to push to something that is all the more trying for you. In case you're working out, simple exercise is something to be thankful for, yet you additionally need to propel yourself a tad. However, your edge isn't propelling yourself until you're prepared to fall. It's not pushing to injury, pushing so you can't rehearse tomorrow. It's not concentrating throughout the day until your cerebrum has liquefied. It's setting off to the edge, not jumping off it. Furthermore, when I state, practice at your edge more often than not, notice the expression, more often than not. You shouldn't be at your edge constantly. It's debilitating, and can take a great deal of core interest. Rather, attempt to be there the greater part the time. Try not to be lethargic, yet additionally give yourself some simple practice. There's a ton of significant worth in simple practice. It concretes your learning, keeps you fit as a fiddle, keeps you sharp. It secures in the simple stuff as simple. Also, it very well may be a great deal of fun. You can likewise explore different avenues regarding pushing a little past your edge, on the off chance that you have the experience to realize that it's sheltered. In any case, best to do this under supervision of an instructor or mentor on the off chance that you aren't sure. So blend it up. The greater part of your training ought to be at your edge, yet somewhere in the range of 20 to 40% of your training ought to be simple stuff. A mix is ideal, not all simple and afterward all edge, yet simple, edge, simple, or something comparative. What edge training resembles in practice? Here's the means by which this sort of edge practice may work, all things considered. In case you're rehearsing yoga, you may do an hour-long practice where about 60% of the postures, generally, are trying for you, yet not all that difficult that you'll be harmed or depleted, and the rest are simple ones that permit you to concentrate on your breath and recuperate from the edge presence. In case you're running, you'll stir up your running days. 4 days will be testing yet not insane, and some with simple ones tossed in the middle. What's more, a rest day or two, obviously. In case you're learning chess or Go, you'll do issues or bores that are hard for you, and furthermore a lot of simple ones. The simple one concrete the examples. The edge ones show you new examples. In case you're making a propensity, such as figuring out how to ponder, start with simply short contemplations, suppose 2 to 5 minutes, as that will be your edge when you start. Be that as it may, in the end you'll need to do longer contemplations, 10 minutes, 20, considerably more, finding the detect that is your edge. What's more, blending in some shorter, simpler ones will assist you with remaining sharp at your edge. In the event that you need to prepare yourself to get settled with distress and vulnerability, you figure out how to make yourself awkward every day, and practice care in that uneasiness. For instance, washing up may be your edge. In any case, one more day, you may very well go outside when it's somewhat nippy, with just a t-shirt on, for 20 minutes. You may rehearse at the edge of your distress with workout, talking on a phase, contemplating for more, and so forth. The way to practice at your edge. At the point when you're at your edge, it's one thing to simply endure it, to coarseness your teeth and bear it until it's over, and very something else to really rehearse with the inconvenience and vulnerability of being at that edge. On the off chance that you need to take advantage of rehearsing at your edge, this is what I recommend. Go up to the edge and remain there for somewhat longer than you'd like. You need to crumple, you need to exit. Rather, hold the posture for somewhat more. Consider it to be your development in real life. Presently drop carefully into the inconvenience and vulnerability. Drop into your body, seeing the vibes of the uneasiness. Remaining in front of an audience before many individuals? Notice the vibes of tension or apprehension, or energy, whatever you'd prefer to call it. Running a hard mile? Notice the sensations in your legs and middle. Work on opening in that vulnerability and uneasiness. See what you can do to unwind into this sentiment of being at your edge. Would you be able to bring a feeling of interest? Investigate the substantial inclination for a piece, seeing what it resembles. Loosen up your muscles around these sensations. Carry a feeling of tenderness to it. A feeling of empathy. A comical inclination. Open your brain to all sensations right now, including the feeling of distress, yet in addition the entirety of your environment. Open up to an immense sky-like mind. With training, your edge can even be where you discover comfort. A feeling of simple. A feeling of delight at the scrumptiousness of the baselessness. A few rules about the rule of the edge. The rule of the edge accompanies a couple of sub-rules. Don't generally be at your edge. Simplicity off. Do some simple stuff as well. In some cases it's okay to go past your edge, on the off chance that you protect yourself. It's a feeling of investigation, finding new edges. Your edge will change after some time. Notice how it shifts. Continue driving somewhat further into your edge, on the off chance that you sense the move. Practice carefully at your edge, don't simply attempt to traverse it.